You're right to say, listen, anything can happen. We understand that. It could go back to the lows, but I can't see it going back to the lows with Boeing trading above $400, with Starbucks trading at $70. All-time highs, and Boeing trading the way it's trading. You know, everyone's focusing on the slowdown. And yes, last couple of days, the rate of appreciation for Apple's kind of moderated, and some of the FANGs are not trading well. But mid-cap technology is trading well. Look at Salesforce. Pull up a chart of Salesforce. You know, listen, I'm not classifying Salesforce as mid-cap. It's a $120 billion company, but it's trading above 160. But there are names out there like Twilio that continue going into earnings to trade well. So that's not the right formula for returning to the lows.
Cloud-based, the cloud stocks, look at Workday, look at ServiceNow, Twilio, great example. You know, if we're really having an earnings recession, how do you justify? You can say, well, listen, Jim, that's because those are the fast growers. But you know what? I key on fast growers. These are the ones that have let us down. When you often talk to me about, remember what let us down? And that if they start going back up, I mean, Salesforce was just an abominable stock for a while. Workday thought it was falling apart. These are good leaders.
I remember what let us down, with all due respect to him, the Fed chair, Powell. But you're making the case.
No, he's an amateur.
But you're making the case. Well, those are strong words.
Is it really? When an amateur steps, when an amateur is in the pocket. You ever heard of a guy named Rosen who played for the Cardinals? He may not even be the quarterback. They may actually draft another.
So you're suggesting that Powell?
He realized what was wrong.
I mean, you have made the case that Powell made a rookie mistake.
He didn't do enough homework, and that is not. Okay. That is not right. He's a Fed chief.
The only reason I bring it up is not to revisit the.
I know, and he's done a good job since then.
Yeah.
So, but it sounds like you're making the case that the rally back was as much to do with fundamentals. You lay out the earnings have not been bad as Powell changing his tune and tone. And I would suggest, man, isn't a lot of this all Fed?
Half Fed, and then maybe China.
Yep.
Look, half because we've come back a lot. You mentioned two stocks, Boeing and Starbucks. Okay, now these are China plays. Good China plays, right? Starbucks did good growth in China. Nike had good growth in China, as you know. Happy birthday, Steph.
Thank you.
And I just sit here and I think, yes, am I vociferous about the Fed? Because on October 3rd, he said some reckless things. And then he came to his senses, and it's okay. Look, on October 3rd of 1998, Alan Greenspan said it's time to raise rates. On October 8th of 1998, he said it's time to cut rates. It's okay. I mean, we want guys to admit that they're wrong. It's just that we have to recognize that that horrible day that I came on your show by phone, I was supposed to be on vacation, but there was no way you could take the day before Christmas off without recognizing that that was the ultimate fear day, not now.